Hi, welcome to the Me and My Bass series. In this series I will bore you with some interesting facts about the basses I own. I will tell you some facts how I did purchase them and why. Further I will tell you my opinion about the playability and the sound of these basses. First up, the Squier Precision Pete Wentz 2010. This bass was crafted in Indonesia in 2010 by Cortec, that's Cord, and it's a Fender special run. Its unique features of this bass are the dot precision inlays with black bat and diamond inlay at the 12th fret, right here. The red bat hard graphic on the body, the separate laminated maple fretboard, the rolled fingerboard edges, the Pete Wentz signature at the back of the headstock. The body is made of agates, the bridge is a standard 4 saddle and the neck is C-shaped. It has a satin polyurethane finish. The pickups are Duncan designed PB105 split single coil pickups and the control is one master volume. I bought this bass in 2080 from a guy in Belgium. Why did I buy this bass? Predominantly I played headless basses for a long time and they will be featured in future episodes. When I started playing in an AC/DC tribute band, I was asked to play more traditional looking basses like the L2 I played at that point, Steinberger that was. It wasn't that weird because Cliff Williams from AC/DC did play a Steinberger for a short time. Anyways, I bought a Sterling sub bass which looked like a Music Man Stingray and loved the way it sounded and played. Also, I tried to mimic the bass sound and I bought a Sensem Bass DI which creates a sort of MPEG sound. At that point I really wanted to try out the precision bass and there was a cheap Squier Affinity for sale, so I bought that one. Then I was really shocked to find out that that bass through the Sensem sounded like the basses I heard for years on records. Okay, let's run through the history of different versions of Squiers. The VC Squier company manufactured strings, violins, banjos and guitars. It was established in 1890 by Victor Carroll Squier in Battle Creek, Michigan. In 1965 the company was acquired by Fender. In 1982 the Squier brand was reactivated by Fender to become its brand for lower priced versions of Fender guitars. The Squier guitars have been manufactured in the United States and then moved to the production in Japan. There they did such a good job. The quality of these basses and especially the JV Japanese Vintage series made around 82-83 were a better quality than the ones produced under the Fender brand in the USA. Japan made Squier basses between 82 and 2008 roughly. From then on they had basses made in Indonesia and China. In between they had some series made in Korea and that was mid 90s, and in India that was only in 1989. Indonesia did make them until now. Quality wise I read that the Japanese ones are the best, followed by the Indonesian ones and the Korean. The India series were not that great and the production was only there for 1 year. The now sold cheap line of basses and guitars is called Affinity and those are made in China and they are not the best. Now I can hear you thinking, didn't you buy an Affinity? And I can say yes, I did. But I was lucky, it was a very decent bass. It only had a really bulky neck and that was the thing I didn't like about it and that's why I don't have it anymore. All this aside, how about this Pete Wentz bass? Well, I didn't buy it for the fact it was a Pete Wentz signature bass. I didn't even know the guy. It turned out to be the bass player for Fall Out Boy. What attracted me to buy this bass was the fact that it had a maple neck and maple fretboard. As I was rather pleased with the sound of my Sterling sub bass, which had a maple fretboard, I thought I liked that bass, I wanted. Further, it has no tone control knob, and I think that's a good thing. You don't accidentally bump to it when you play, and if you want to adjust your highs and lows, you can do that on your amp if you want. Anyways, when I plugged this bass in my amp, I was really surprised how aggressive it sounded, as I did a project and that bass was really appropriate for that. It's not very heavy in weight, it has a nice neck profile with a satin feel and it plays great. Here's a small example how it sounds. First you hear the bass solo and then you hear it in context with drums and guitar. The signal flow in this clip was the bass direct into my UAD Apollo Twin, then running through an MPEG SVT simulation with the Rock 1 preset. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with this bass. It suits my type of playing and it looks really great. Well, that's it for this episode. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye bye.